What's good, everybody? It's your brother Mad Black, the brother who told you not to trust that Uncle Ruckus over there, but you did anyway. Now you can't even take your girlfriend down to the clinic, and I'm black up in your face again with some more pro black commentary. So, we all know, unless you've been living under a rock, we all know what's happened in the Supreme Court. I don't see why it was a surprise because they talked about it like 2 or 3 months ago, announced that they were going to be reversing Roe versus Wade. So I don't know where the surprise came in, but they reversed it, and pretty much everyone on both sides of the political spectrum have lost their minds, mostly white folks. And before I get into the main subject of this video, and I'll just say this to my black folks, don't let this all get you bent out of shape. Don't let white people make you feel one way or the other about it, okay? Neither the Democrats or the Republicans give a good goddamn about how you're doing personally. They don't care about you. They don't care about women. They don't care about children. So don't get too wrapped up in this nonsense and you're fighting for one side or the other or one opinion or the other. It's all nonsense. Let them duke it out and let them have at each other. Okay, we don't need to be the buffer class or the foot soldiers for either ideology. Okay, let them fight it out on their own. We'll hang back and pick up the remains and see what's left over later on. Okay, in my opinion, most of these laws anyway, all they do is negatively affect black people anyway. Doesn't matter what if the law is passed or is reversed. It seems like it's going to do us harm one way or the other. The American justice system makes sure of that. But, I've seen a lot of white people, on the liberal Democratic side having a nervous breakdown over this. I call BS on it. One, like I said before, they knew it was coming. But also, if they were truly serious about these rights, they would have shored all this stuff up while they had the majority in both Congress or in the entire Congress, whether it be the Senate or in the House of Representatives or in the executive branch. They would have done so. And the only reason they're not doing anything about it and letting this happen as it has is because they're figuring this is a way for liberals and progressives and Democrats to stay in power. They're going to use abortion once again as the carrot on the stick, saying, oh, look, you see what happened? Those mean old Republicans did something bad again. You got to vote for us if you want us to save you. That's what they're doing, okay? And in my opinion, like I said, don't get yourself wrapped up in this emotionally. It's just a waste of time, a waste of energy, and all it's going to do is stress you out, all right? But on the liberal side, I've noticed over the weekend, just looking on social media, that the overt white supremacist has come out of a lot of these progressives and liberals out there who would claim to you, swear to you up and down, look you in the eye and tell you that they're not racist, but their inner Klansman has manifested itself over the weekend over this Roe versus Wade reversal. And all of the hate and ire seems to be directed towards Clarence Thomas. Now, I find that very interesting, and I was laughing about it because these white liberals act as if Clarence Thomas is the only person on the Supreme Court. He's not, obviously. There's supposed to be 9 justices there. They all had a hand in the decision making, but all the attacks seem to be on the lone black person. Now, he'll be joined by another black person soon, but at this point, Clarence Thomas is the only Negro on the Supreme Court. And I've seen white liberals and white Democrats and white progressives straight up calling Clarence Thomas the N-word on social media. And you can see some of the posts here that I'm putting out there so you guys can see it. Now, I blocked out the actual N-word because YouTube is you know how they do that. They'll allow white people to say it. They'll allow white people to type it. But if I report what white people say, then that means I'm guilty of hate speech. You see what I'm saying? I know how the game works. They do it all the time to everyone else on Facebook, Twitter, and every other social media outlet. If black people tell on white people saying something racist, they'll censure us with hate speech and not do anything to the white people who are doing it. So I'm not going to do that here. All right. But you can always go find some of these posts. Well, you can find them on certain black people's social media, like you can find some maybe on my Twitter. But for the most part, some of these white people have started taking down their little messages because people have gotten on their backside about being just overtly racist. And like I said, they're using the N-word, the hard ER at the end, by the way. Not saying the A at the end like the rappers do. They're using the hard ER. They're using the word in its original context. And that's how they're referring to Clarence Thomas. Now, don't get me wrong. I am not here defending Clarence Thomas. Like I said in the beginning, he's an Uncle Ruckus. Okay? We all know, especially in the black community, we've always known Clarence Thomas to be an old, dusty, old, wrinkled up prune coon. All right? He's Super Sambo Supreme on the Supreme Court. We know that. We've always known that. All right? So, in my opinion, I'm not going to rush to his defense, but I'm pointing out the hypocrisy and the overt racism by these liberals and these Democrats who, according to them, if a white person or a white conservative calls a black person the N-word or some other sort of racial slur, then that means that person is racist. So by that logic, then so were they. Okay? They're the ones that invented these rules and try to tell us and dictate to us what racism is. So I'm calling them out for their own racism when they overtly use the N-word on somebody just because they don't agree with his decision. Now, I thought we were all free to make our own choices and to rule and do what we want on our own, right? I thought we were all allowed to have our own political opinion. But when you don't agree with these white liberals, they go right to the old stereotypes and the old racist terms. They start turning into junior Klansmen or neo-Nazis. Okay? That's how they really feel about you. They feel that you're their slave and you should do what they want you to do. Okay? It bothers them that any black person has any opinion that differs from theirs. If you're a black person, you're supposed to think like they think. And the conservatives are no different. Okay? These conservative whites, they think the same way about black people. That's why they always come to my channel or any other place I am on social media and tell me I need to listen to Candace Owens or what's that buffoon's name, Brandon Tatum, because they want me to think like them. Okay, so like I said, if you don't think the same way white people do, and you don't act like they're slave, and you can actually think for yourself and do something different than what they say, then automatically you're just a lazy, good-for-nothing N-word. That's how they feel about you. But once again, do not get it confused. I'm not here to defend Clarence Thomas, okay? We all know what he is. And we all know he's married to a white woman who's got a jaw shaped like a cinder block, okay? And I'm surprised they didn't get in trouble for that. There were some issues with that not too long ago with her running her damn mouth. But, she's a white female, so she's not going to get in trouble for anything. But people were getting on him about that too. So he's been just a lightning rod for attacks recently. But once again, he's not the only one on the Supreme Court. And like I always say, if these Democrats were serious about these laws that they want you to vote for them for, they would strengthen these laws up. It's the same thing with the whole Voting Rights Act. They keep telling black people, vote, vote, vote. We got to protect your voting rights. And they get their little boot licks like Roland Martin to come out and tell you to vote to protect the voting rights. Why don't the Democrats protect it? If it's so goddamn important, shore it up so I don't have to keep voting for you to protect it for 4 more years. Enough of that. That's nonsense. If it's not that serious to you to protect my rights, what the hell am I voting for you for then? Why should I waste my time even in casting a ballot for you if you're not even going to fight for me when I need you to do so? To hell with you. So anyway, I'm going to talk more about some of the hypocrisy behind this whole Roe versus Wade reversal. But you folks let me know how you feel about the attacks on Clarence Thomas. Like I said, I'm not here to defend that old buffoon. He deserves all the attacks he can get. I'm definitely not defending him. In fact, he's their Negro. That Clarence Thomas is white people's Negro for a long time now. That's their Negro. You deal with him however you see fit, okay? Because he definitely can't come to the black community and ask for any type of protection at this point. He's left the black community a long time ago. He's achieved what most of these black government officials, these black celebrities, black athletes, and black people in the public eye, he's achieved what a lot of them want to achieve. Okay? He's made it to a big position where white people look to him for advice, and he got him a white spouse, has some half-breed kids, and he's made it. So I don't think I need, he's adapted and assimilated completely and graduated from being black. That's what a lot of these black celebrities want anyway, is to find a way to graduate from being black. But you see, when you have some that disagree with you, they go right back to treating you like the N-word. And they just come right out and say it. So you guys let me know how you feel about it in the comments section. Anyway, Mad Black, and I will be back with my foot on a devil's back.